next Member of Parliament representing London North Centre, Elizabeth May.
I'm extremely happy to be here and have such a big crowd to kick off our campaign to elect the first Green Party member of the House of Commons from London North We have a unique opportunity between now and November 27th to change the course of Canadian history. There are not many elections when someone can say that and not have it be the most unimaginable hyperbole and nonsense. But in this case, it's true. The voters of London North Centre choose to send the leader of the Green Party of Canada as their representative to the House of Commons. You will be changing the course of Canadian history. You will be ensuring that the issues that matter to London North Centre and Canadians from coast to coast that are currently not addressed will be addressed. You will be sending someone to the House of Commons committed to raising the tone of political discourse, committed to ensuring that the issues that are important to you are raised in a way that actually makes a difference in the House of Commons, and that perhaps even more importantly, are raised in the next federal election campaign. That with the minority Harper government likely to have an election either of their own making or called by opposition parties by bringing down the government in a no-confidence motion, although they're rumored from time to time, I think the smart money is on an election sometime in the spring. And we know what happened in the 2006 election. A dismal performance by political parties more interested in short-term partisan advantage than in addressing issues and in confronting the major challenges of our time. We did not hear in the 2006 election about the climate challenge. We did not hear solutions to the climate crisis because the issue barely came up. In essence, in 4 televised political debates on television, none of the parties raised Kyoto as an issue, and they should be ashamed. Now we have a government that's turned its back on commitments. As of next Monday, the United Nations reconvenes in Nairobi, and we now have a government that's going to start the negotiations by saying, let's start over. 165 countries will be there saying, let's move ahead. And only Canada will be there saying, let's move backwards. This is a shameful prospect, and voters in London North Centre can send a very strong message that they don't want to be part of that kind of Canada. We're also a country that's always believed in peacekeeping. And I didn't hear during the last election campaign in 2006 a discussion that Canada would fundamentally rethink our role in the world, become an adjunct of George W. Bush, become part of a war against terror instead of an effort to build peace, democracy, and security for people around the world who need our help. That shift in mission came without any democratic debate. And it occurred both the climate negotiations and the climate crisis, our response to peacekeeping around the world. There were fundamental shifts in the nature of Canada's presence in the world without any public debate. And while the Harper Conservatives bear most of the responsibility for that, the opposition parties let it happen because we've allowed politics to be so degraded that it's about nothing more than pre-scripted sound bites and marketing messages aimed at trying to tell Canadians that somehow this candidate this time will address their interests more than another, but they don't keep their promises. We can make a difference here in London North Centre. I'm extremely excited about what we're going to do together over the coming 25 days. So we have 25 days in which I'm asking all of you for your help. I'm asking you to reach out to your friends and neighbors, and please help me explain to them how grateful I will be and that I will be a strong representative for voters here and try to address issues that matter to people here in ways that previous members of Parliament have failed to do. Although I am, without any apology, I am not here as someone who grew up in London. We all know this. But I am also not a parachute candidate. It's As a matter of fact, I just arrived by train. I am following in a long-standing Canadian parliamentary tradition. And when you are the leader of a federal political party and don't yet have a seat, the appropriate course, the democratic choice, is to seek your first opportunity to go before the voters and ask for their confidence that they send you to the House of Commons as their representative. You probably all know the political history, that it's the usual course that the government does not oppose a leader of an opposition party seeking a seat. Stephen Harper ran unopposed by a Liberal. Stockwell Day ran unopposed by a Liberal when he was also Conservative and Alliance leaders. In this very riding, in 1938, Robert Mannion, the recently elected Conservative leader, ran in this riding, and Mackenzie King Liberals did not oppose. It appears that Diane Haskett does intend to oppose. So at this point, what we can say is that I am following in Canadian parliamentary tradition, and the Conservatives are not. To voters across Canada, but particularly to London North Centre and the blog I posted today on our website. But I'll share with you what they are. I intend to raise the level of discourse in democracy in Canada. I intend to treat my opponents in the political arena with respect and dignity. I will respect the intelligence of the voters. I will never make a promise I can't keep. And I will earn your trust and work very, very hard if you do me the enormous honor of sending me back on that train to Ottawa as your MP. Thank you.